And as part of our trick or treat, the NBL staff from their pumpkins will give us something sweet to our players to live it up our Halloween. Once again, from all of us here at the NBL, WNBL, happy Halloween to everyone.
It's the Halloween season here in the Brenzy Giao Convention Center for the Cayetano WNBL season 2021. And as the great Michael Jackson said, we have a thriller in the midst as we have two teams scrambling for victory. The Taguig Lady Generals taking on the Glutagence Glow Boosters. I am Christian Jacinto and I will be calling the action between these two teams who are scrambling for wins and scrambling for spots in the team standings as we look at the Glutagence Glow Boosters currently at the second place with 4-2 record, while the Taguig City Lady Generals are at third at 3-3. as we look at the Taguig City Lady Generals, who had a low scoring affair yesterday, losing to the Lady Aces 63 to 49. Just shot 33% from the field and turned the ball over really badly. That's why they didn't really match up with the pace-setting Lady Aces, losing by 14. They would want to bounce back against this team, the Glutagence Glow Boosters, who defended well against the Lady Generals the last time they met, 65 to 59, beating the Lady Generals, limiting them to just 29.8 on field goals, and mitigating being out-rebounded by forcing turnovers and scoring 27 points off of turnovers. So this time, the Lady Generals will look to bounce back and get back on the win column with that in this game. Right now, we turn you over to the court, Barker, for the formal introductions.
Good afternoon and welcome to our second game. It's the Taguig Lady Generals versus Glutagence Glow Boosters o the Cayetano WNBL 2021 season. Ang tunay na liga ng atletang Pilipina here at the Brent-Sigyao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Here are the starters. First, for Taguig Lady Generals, one guard number 3, Lorraine Capilit. Shooting guard number 7, Janet Season. Small forward number 11, Fiona Gonato. And the other forward number 33, Erica Hortaleza. And at center number 19, Carla Manuel. The Lady Generals is led by Mixon Ramos. Now the starting five for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Starting at forward number 6, Sam Tan. Off guard number 7, Kate Castillo. At forward number 15, Riza Palmera D. Coming in at center number 14, April Luwalhati. And at one guard number 8, Doc Phil Kainglet. Glutagence Glow Boosters head coach is Justin Tan.
We look at the starters for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Kainglet and Tan on the backcourt. Luwalhati, Palmera D, and Castillo will man the front line. Over the Taguig City Generals, Capilit and Season on the backcourt. Palmanuel, Gonato, and Hortaleza will be completing that starting lineup. And of course, we'd also like to acknowledge our game officials who will be calling the action in this game. Right now, the first possession of the game goes to the Taguig Lady Generals. And there's the corner three-pointer. That won't go in. The jumper by Season still won't go, and the rebound by Tan. Tan now. Over to Kainglet. Gives it over to Palmera D. Palmera D attacks. Corner three-pointer. That's Tan for 3. No good. And the rebound by Hortaleza. And here come the Lady Generals. Here's Capilit running the play for Taguig. Season. Over to Gonato. Gonato throws the ball away. Misunderstanding between Gonato and the Season. So the ball will swing over to the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Here's Phil Kainglet. Palmera D. Over to Castillo. Back to Kainglet. Kainglet now attacks. Kainglet kicks it out. Palmera D, nowhere to go. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kainglet forces it and is fouled. Kainglet clipped from behind. And the foul will be given to Erica Hortaleza. Phil Kinglet shooting 2 free throws, misses the first. One of two for Phil Kinglet now to open the scoring in this game. 1-0 for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. There's Kapilit, oh, good find underneath, but Tan with the defensive play, just making things difficult for Carla Manuel. But Sam Tan will be called for the personal. Carla Manuel now. Good on the first. One of two for Carla Manuel, so we're tied at 1 apiece. And here's Palmera D. Castillo, she can hit that 3 and she will. Kate Castillo, first field goal of the game. And it's a 3-pointer for Kate Castillo. And they're trying to trap Kapilit. Kapilit almost losing it, but she recovers. Kapilit now trying to attack. Kapilit, the floater, no good. Battle for the rebound. That will go to Tan, or rather Kinglet. Kinglet now pushing the basketball over to Castillo. Castillo, drive by. Castillo may have forced that one, but she recovers the basketball. Over to Tan, swings it over. Kinglet to Palmera D now. Palmera D fakes. Kinglet swings it over. Castillo, another 3. This time it's short. The battle for rebound. That is a miss for Luwalhati. And Gonato recovers the basketball. Here's Gonato over to the corner. Manuel turns the ball over. Castillo now. Over to Palmera D. Attacks. First 2 points for the tournament leading scorer, Raisa Palmera D, who's averaging 21.5 points a game. And a steal there by Phil Kinglet. Here's Castillo thinking 3. Decides to give it over. Luwalhati underneath. No good. Rebound by Kinglet. Over to Castillo. Another 3. Another make for Kate Castillo. And the Glutagence Glow Boosters are on fire to start the game. They take a 9-1 lead. As we look at that 3-pointer once more from Kate Castillo, her second of the night. And a timeout is called by the Lady Generals. We will be back shortly. Let's look at Lorraine Justin Kapilit, who struggled versus the Lady Aces yesterday. Just scored 4 points, had 9 points in their win versus the Queens. But all in all, Lorraine Kapilit is as steady as they come, averaging 10.5 points for the tournament. And right now, she's manning the point for the Lady Generals. But she turns the ball, almost turns the ball over there. And here's Season. Over to Kapilit. They go to Bacaro. Right now, underneath. Good passing, good defense. Scrambling defense there by Palmera D. And a jump ball is called. Look at that rotation there by Palmera D. Almost an easy layup for that's Gandala. But Palmera D Palmera D is called for a I think it's a foul on the jump ball. So the ball will swing towards the Lady Generals. And here's Bacaro. Oh, she turns it over. Kate Castillo now leading the break. No look pass, but overshot it. Turns the ball over there. Now here come the Generals looking for their first field goal of the game as the defense of the Glutagence Glow Boosters have been steady to start the ball game. Still no field goal for the Taguig Lady Generals. And here's Kapilit. No look pass underneath. Bacaro force it in. Marichu Bacaro, tough shot, scores the first field goal, but Luwalhati is holding on to her, I think, right leg. Let's hope it's nothing serious as she got entangled. From the looks of it, she got entangled here by Bacaro right here, right there. Oh, an inadvertent clash of knees. That's gotta hurt, definitely. But Luwalhati's one tough player, and she'll just walk it off. Maybe get a breather, but you know, we expect her to be back after just resting this knee. Luwalhati will be subbed out by Sanggalang, who checks in for the first time, and they turn the ball over. And here's Season is fouled. And Sanggalang will be called for the first personal. Wazo over to Kapilit for three. That's good. Ray Kapilit with their first 3 points of the night. So the lead is down to 3, 9-6. Palmera D now. Over to Tan. Tan underneath. A steal by Kapilit. And Kapilit now leading the break. Kapilit over to Season. Season looking to run. Season over to Kapilit. And they go to the elbow. That's Duazo. Underneath, Bacaro. Runner, no good. Battle for the rebound. That's Sanggalang who will get it. Here's Samtan now. Over to Palmera D. Palmera D. Picks it out. Castillo hit two. Can't get her third. But the battle for the rebound will stay with the Taguig Lady Generals. And here they are on the counter. Kapilit, what a move. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Second personal foul for Sanggalang as we look at Kapilit's three-pointer. And she's someone that you shouldn't leave wide open. Lorraine Kapilit, one of the main gunners of the Taguig Lady Generals. Actually, she's their leading scorer. 10.5 a game. Misses both free throws. So missed opportunity there for the Lady Generals. And Figuracion in for the first time. Swing it over to Castillo. Looking for Figuracion, but that was well read by Bacaro. Bacaro now on the counter. Bacaro to Kapilit. Kapilit over to Gandala. Gandala swings it over. Season attacks. Season won't go in, and the rebound by Luazo. And the ball will stay with the Taguig Lady Generals. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Duazo with the fake. Duazo, scoop shot, no good. Duazo with the fake once more. Second attempt, still no good. And the rebound by the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Over to Kate Castillo. Oh, may have forced that one. But a rebound by Figuracion. Over to Sanggalang. Palmera D, left wide open. No good. Rebound, Sanggalang. Second attempt, that's good. For Carol Sanggalang. Towering over everyone. And extends the lead of the Glutagence Glow Boosters to 5 points, 11-6. Here's Kapilit. Kapilit now, the floater over Sanggalang. And the small lady making big plays, shooting over Sanggalang. So the lead is cut to 3 once more. Gula. Sanggalang over to Palmera D. Back to Gula. Wide open for 3. No. And battle for the rebound. Bacaro gets it, but Bacaro won't get it. And iba na ang matangkad, says Sanggalang. But Kapilit responds with height isn't everything. We call a timeout. We will be back shortly. We look at Riza Palmera D, razor sharp, 11 points in the last game against the Lady Generals, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. As I've said, Riza Palmera D, a collegiate champion with the Far Eastern University Lady Tamaraws, an MVP in the UAAP, and right now, strutting her wares in the Cayetano WNBL season. She's been quiet so far, but no need because Kate Castillo has been red hot in this quarter. That's her third three-pointer of the game. 14-8 now for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. And a steal by Palmera D now. Over to Figuracion. Here's MC Figuracion. Sanggalang. Pressured, Sanggalang. Hands it back to Castillo, but Positos taps the ball out of bounds. How about Kate Castillo? She woke up feeling dangerous today. That's her third three-pointer. And Gula now underneath. Figuracion over to Sanggalang. Back to Palmera D. Gula loses the basketball. Gandala the rebound. And right now, Del Carmen manning the point for the Lady Generals. Gandala. Over to Bacaro for 3. That's good! Marichu Bacaro coming off of the bench and giving the Lady Generals a much-needed offensive boost in this game. 5 points now for Bacaro. Good pass by Gula. And Sanggalang is fouled and will go to the free throw line. So you look at Bacaro hitting that three-pointer for her 5th point in the game. And on the other end, Carol Sanggalang hacked and will have to earn 2 points from the free throw line, but she misses the first. Kate Castillo getting a breather for the first time. She has 9 points in her name anchored on 3 trays. Sanggalang split her free throws, so it's a 4-point lead for the Glutagence Glow Boosters with a minute and 45 remaining in the first quarter. Del Carmen over to Positos. Positos met with a double. Look at that aggressive trapping defense of the Glutagence Glow Boosters, almost forcing a turnover, but that leads to a wide open three-pointer from Marichu Bacaro. Back-to-back threes from Bacaro. And that's why the lead of the Glutagence Glow Boosters is down to a 1-point lead. Gula over to Sanggalang. They swing it over. A three-pointer. Will they answer? No good. And the rebound by Bacaro. Bacaro just holding on to that ball, saying, hindi nyo maagaw to. And here she is now setting the play over to Del Carmen. And I think Bacaro is wide open once more. But Del Carmen not seeing Bacaro, but a lapse in focus for the Glutagence Glow Boosters because Bacaro has already burned them twice and they opted to leave her wide open. Speaking of wide open, that's a wide open jumper from Carol Sanggalang to give the Glutagence Glow Boosters a 3-point lead. Positos over to Bacaro. Bacaro, this time she attacks over to Del Carmen. Corner three, no good. Barrow for the rebound. It's Bacaro with the fake. Bacaro trapped underneath. She kicks it out. Positos now thinking three. Back to Bacaro. The jumper. That's good. Marichu Bacaro is feeling it in the first quarter. She's got 10 already. And the lead is down to 1 with 1 possession to go in the first quarter. 8 seconds. Here's Gula. Gula looking for a friend. Gula bet with a trap. Oh, a steal by Gandala. 1 second. Does she know it? Gandala! Oh, and a foul is called in the last second. But right now, I think they're going to review if the foul was on time. As we look at Gandala just in there. Gula looking to stop the play. Let's see if the foul was called right before. And I think it is. And if it does, Gandala will be shooting 2 free throws. So, it is. It is a personal foul on Gula. And Gandala now will have a chance to put the Taguig Lady Generals up ahead with her 2 free throws, and there's still 1.3 seconds left on the clock, so at least plenty of time for the Glutagence Glow Boosters to, you know, hit one more play should Gandala convert on these free throws. Or rather, not 1.3, 0.3 of a second. So Gandala now a chance to put the Lady Generals ahead by 1. And she ties the game at 17. Two for 2 for Gandala. And time will run out in the first quarter. Hot shooting night for Kate Castillo and Marichu Bacaro. Just responding with 3-pointers of their own. And after 10 minutes of action, it's the Taguig Lady Generals holding a 1-point lead, 18-17. We will be back shortly after the break. in case you're wondering why the WNBL and the NBL are taking the phones of the players and the referees, that is just one way of the league, that one way of by the league in ensuring that the integrity of this game remains intact. Of course, we've all heard about it. As we look at the upset mission of Miss Marichu Bacaro, had 14 points in their last game against the Glutagence Globe Boosters. She has 10 now on 4 of 5 shooting. So she's on her way to matching that kind of performance. And if she does, they're on a pretty good spot to exact revenge on the Glutagence Globe Boosters as they force a miss. And they take it right back. Here's Del Carmen. There's a fake. Good up and under move from Duazo. That's Carlo Marie Duazo. And Duazo trooping to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is good for Duazo, averaging 6.2 points, 5.2 rebounds per game. As we've said, this game is on delayed telecast on Solar this Tuesday, November 2, 2021 at 6 p.m. So if somehow you want to rewatch this game on television, if you're watching on our stream right now, you can tune in to Solar Sports on Tuesday, 6 p.m. And I'm calling a classic in this game. So you better mark your calendars and you watch it. Back to the ball game. The 20-17 lead for the Generals after 2 free throws from Duazo. And Palmera D now. She's been quiet. Kainglet attacks. Short. Kainglet gets the rebound. Kainglet again. Kainglet looking for a friend. Figuracion. Fakes. Figuracion attacks. Oh, what a block! But they get it right back. Salapong, however, will make them pay. Karen Salapong with the long jumper. But what that block there by Felizarta. Just rejecting the attempt of Kainglet. And here's Bacaro once more. Bacaro this time. Glutagence is ready for, look at this block. Figuracion thought she had a clear way, but Felizarta is angry. However, Salapong says, I got you, sis. I got you. And right now, Taguig looking to put on some pressure. As Salapong left wide open for 3. Salapong hits another one. 5 straight points for Karen Salapong. And right now, the Glutagence Globe Boosters holding a 5-point lead, 22-20. And another turnover. Here's Kainglet leading the attack. Kainglet attacking. Kainglet over to Palmera D. Wide open. That won't go in. And it was almost in, it just went in and out. I was almost ready to call it. But unfortunately for Palmera D, that won't go in. So the ball swings back to the Lady Generals. There's the jumper and a foul. So Season will go to the free throw line. But I think the referees would want to review what happened here. Because let's see what happened here. Here's Season, and I think they're looking at the possible landing spot rule. That's on Cancho. So they're just reviewing it. Let's see. Here's Cancho. Let's see if she extends her foot. So right now the referee will decide if it was excessive. wait for the ruling of our game officials. And a flagrant foul, penalty 1, will be called on Cancho. She just came on the floor, but unfortunate for her. I don't think it was deliberate, but rules are rules. You extend the foot, you get the flagrant foul. Garcia checks in for Cancho, and Season now will shoot 2 technical free throws. Hits the first. Season, of course, averaging 9.8 per game, almost 10 a game for Season. 10 points, 5.5 rebounds. And he also leads the league in assists with 2.3, rather in steals, with 2.3 steals a game. And they swing it over. Right now, a three-pointer won't go. Battle on the buzzer. Duazo scores. And the lead is back to the Taguig Lady Generals. Here's Palmera D. Over to Figuracion. Back to Cainglet. Cainglet now, looking to attack. Cainglet. Dipsidu layup won't go in. Rebound by Season. And she gives it over to Ventura. Ventura back to Season. And they turn the ball over, trying to give it to Felizarta. Castillo back on the floor. She's got 9. Hands it over to Figuracion. Figuracion now for 3. That's good. Off the pass from Nicole Garcia. So right now, we're going back and forth here in this game. Glutagence Glow Boosters up ahead 25-23. And behind the back pass there, not gonna work for Ventura as Cainglet now secures the ball. Figuracion, another 3. This time it won't go in, but Felizarta losing control of the basketball. So look at Figuracion hitting her first three-pointer of the game. Kapili checking back in. Bacaro also checking back in. While Season seems to have hurt her left foot. Let's hope she's okay. Cainglet, swing it over. Salapong, she hit one earlier, but this time it won't go in. Bacaro gets the rebound, and here's Kapilit. Over to Bacaro. Bacaro. Being faced by Cainglet now. Bacaro decides to take the 3. Won't go in. Salapong the rebound. And here's Cainglet on the counter. Cainglet 2-on-1. Cainglet goes all the way. That's good for Phil Cainglet. And right now it's a 4-point lead for the Glutagence Globe Boosters with 5:45 remaining in the first half. Here's Chan. Chan hounded by Salapong. Over to Duazo. Back to Chan. Underneath. That's Bacaro. Bacaro drops it over. Good pass by Bacaro to Felizarta, who scores her first 2 of the night. So back to a 2-point ball game for the Lady Generals. Cainglet uses that pick. Cainglet now being hounded. Figuracion over to Castillo for three. Long. And ball will swing back to the Generals. Look at that Gatorade fast break. And that was brought to you by Gatorade. Nothing beats Gatorade. Feel Cainglet. Unstoppable. Nothing's gonna beat her there. And a timeout is called by the Lady Generals. We will be back after the break. Let's take a look at the tournament format. Each team will play double round elimination. One team will get eliminated. And the semifinals will be a best of three. The top seed will take on the fourth seed, while the second and third seed will tango. And we look at the team standings. The second and third seed are the Glutagence Glow Boosters and the Taguig Lady Generals. Glutagence at 4-2. Taguig looking to even their score at 3-3. While the Lady Aces continue to pace the league, remaining unbeaten at 6-0. So that's the goal for these two teams. Almost a steal there. Kapilit recovers. Chad takes it over. Bacaro, oh, good pass by Bacaro. Just unselfish basketball for the Lady Generals as Felizarta scores on another easy basket. So we're tied at 27. Garcia kicks it out. That's a three-pointer. No good for that's Hufanda. That won't go in. And here's Chan now. Chan swings it over. Bacaro fakes. Bacaro takes it closer. This time it's short. She gets the rebound. Bacaro kicks it over. Kapilit now. Kapilit with the fake. Kapilit. Oh, no look pass. Good fake. Good everything but the shot there for Miranda, or rather Hortaleza. And the foul is called. Look at that pass. Look at that unselfishness for Bacaro. You know, a lot of eyes are on her right now because she's been on fire in the first quarter, and she's just smart enough to let the ball go and find open teammates. Hortaleza once again imposing her will underneath now. Palmeradi called for the personal. Felizarta trooping to the line. And Felizarta will miss the first free throw. One of two for Felizarta. Less than 4 minutes remaining in the first half. The Lady Generals are ahead by one. And they're trying to force a turnover, but the Glutagence Glow Boosters steady. And look at that pressure by the Lady Generals, just forcing the Glutagence Glow Boosters offense to run out. 2 seconds on the shot clock, but right at the buzzer, just when you thought things aren't going well or nothing is going right for the Glutagence Glow Boosters, Riza Palmeradi to the rescue, scoring at the buzzer. So the Glutagence Glow Boosters back up by 1.29-28. Hortaleza to Bacaro for three, no good. And the rebound by Tan is fouled. And that foul will be on Felizarta. And Palmeradi just finding a way. Nothing going right for them in that play. Duaso checks back in for Felizarta. So solid minutes for Sophie Felizarta. 5 points off the bench. Good lift for the reserve big man. Kainglet goes solo, but no problem for her hitting that jumper. It's up to a 3-point lead once more for the Glutagence Globe Boosters. Chan underneath. Oh, good finish and good pass. Good two-man play between Chan and Hortaleza. And Hortaleza with the steal. And she is fouled by, I think that's Riza Palmera D. Look at Phil Kainglet just taking it herself. And then the two-man play or two-woman play between Hortaleza and Chan. Chan will sit down, and so will Riza Palmera D. Duazo over to Kapilit, the fake, Kapilit, the floater, no good. The rebound by Hortaleza. Hortaleza back to Kapilit now. Kapilit turns the ball over. Here's Phil Kainglet. They have numbers. Kainglet stops, pops, no good. Battle for the rebound. Taguig Lady Generals will get it. And here's Bacaro. Over to Kapilit, wide open for three. No. Kainglet gets the rebound, and Kainglet being pressured on a turnover there by Hortaleza. Hortaleza drops it over. Bacaro, that's good. Unselfish play after unselfish play for the Taguig Lady Generals, resulting into easy baskets for them. Bacaro with 14 in the game. Figuracion over to Kainglet. Kainglet now, looking to attack, kicks it over. Figuracion for three, short. Battle for the rebound. Tan gets it. And Figuracion over to Kainglet. Kainglet sends it over. There's a three-pointer for Fanda. That won't go in. And the rebound by Kapilit. A minute and 13 remaining in the second quarter. And here's Gonato. Over to Hortaleza. Oh, what a move. Marie Duazo just powering her way through there. So it's back to a 3-point lead for the Lady Generals. Kainglet. Pounded by Kapilit. And almost a steal there by Bacaro. Underneath, Figuracion swings it over. Castillo has been quiet in the second quarter. Castillo over to the corner. Ofanda, looping shot, no good. Tan going for the rebound, but it's Hortaleza who gets it. Here's Kapilit now, pushing the basketball. Kapilit over to Gonato. Gonato, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gonato looking for a friend. Over to Duazo. Duazo, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And it's just taken away by Tan. 10 seconds, final shot of the half, but they turned the ball over. Fanda wasn't ready for that pass. So, the Taguig Lady Generals will have 8 seconds to work with. And the Glutagence Globe Boosters will sue for time. They trail by 3. We will be back shortly. Welcome back to the WNBL clash between the Glutagence Glow Boosters and the Taguig Lady Generals. And we just have 8 seconds remaining in the first half. The Lady Generals looking to get one more play out of this. And almost a turnover. Phil Kainglet pleading her case. But the ref will stay firm on her call. As that pass went right between the legs of Fortaleza, and a timeout is called by the Glutagence Glow Boosters once more. So we will be back once more after the break. We're back here at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center, and the Taguig Lady Generals looking to produce one more play before the first half ends. They have 2 ladies guarding the inbounder, but it results to a wide open 3 for Gonato. That defensive maneuver backfired on the Glutagence Glow Boosters, as the Taguig Lady Generals will own a 6-point lead heading into the halftime, mainly because of that lady, Marichu Bacaro, who has been on fire off the bench for the Taguig Lady Generals. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on 5 of 9 shooting. Marichu Bacaro, that spark off the bench for the Lady Generals. And that's why they're up ahead 37-31 at the break. We will be back shortly. back here at the Brenzigal Convention Center where the Lady Generals of Taguig hold the 37-31 lead over the Glutagence Glow Boosters in this match where two teams are scrambling for victories. In the first quarter, Kate Castillo started off sizzling as Kapilit answered back for the Taguig Generals, but the lady of the night is no other than Marichu Bacaro, who came off the bench and steadied the ship for the Taguig Lady Generals. As the Glutagence Glow Boosters went up early, but when Bacaro came on the floor, things changed for them. In the second quarter, the same hot three-point shooting for both teams continued, but it was the reserves of the Taguig Lady Generals like Felizarta and Duazo, coming in and hitting the much-needed two-pointers. As we look at the stats between the two teams, the Lady Generals shooting very well, 46%, and scoring off turnovers, 16 points off the turnovers of the Glutagence Glow Boosters. So look at the leading scorers. Bacaro leads all scorers with 14. Kapilit, Felizarta, and Duarte with 5, 5, and 4. On the other hand, Kate Castillo with 9. Kainglet, Salapong, and Sanggalang all with 5 apiece. Interestingly enough, not in the scorers, the top scorers list, is the leading scorer of the tournament, which is Raiza Palmera D, who's averaging 21.5 a game in this tournament. Still quiet in this game. Palmera D has, let me check, how many points for Raiza Palmera D? Just 4 points so far, though she has 2 assists and 2 rebounds. So, expect a bounce back from Palmera D after a relatively quiet first half, especially since they're trailing by 6. Third quarter, and the first possession goes to the Glutagence Glow Boosters. And Gula will bring the ball down, beats the trap, over to Palmera D, and right on cue, Raiza Palmera D. She may have heard me talking about her, and right now she just scored her 6th point of the game to cut the lead of Taguig to just 4. Bacaro over to Kapilit. Kapilit, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kapilit, the floater, no good. Duazo though towers over Palmera D for the putback. It's back to a 6-point lead, but a turnover there for Salapong. As we look at that connection between Salapong and Palmera D. Gonato underneath, no good. The rebound by Castillo. Here's Gula now, leading the attack. Gula kicks it over. 3-pointer, long for Palmera D, but on the follow-up is Salapong. Nothing Kapilit can do there. Salapong just towered over for a 7-point. Looking to complete a 3-point play here, though she misses. And the Lady Generals now will look to bring the ball down. Here's Bacaro. Bacaro over to Duazo. Duazo hounded by Palmera D. Bacaro now, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Bacaro, what a pass by Bacaro! And Duazo is fouled and will score, but look at that pass by Bacaro. It seems like she had nowhere to go but threading the needle with that pinpoint pass. Good find and strong finish from Duazo, who will also complete a 3-point play. And right now, it's the biggest lead of the game for the Lady Generals, 35-42, 7-point lead. And here's Salapong. She hit one earlier. This time, she won't. And Duazo gets the rebound, but Castillo finds it, anticipates that pass. Kainglet underneath. Kainglet will be called for a push. As we look at the push of Kahinglet, not seen there, but it was definitely a push there. She didn't even contest it. So, back to the Lady Generals. Over to the elbow. Hands it over. Kapilit. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They need to find a basket here as Conato absorbs the contact and dishes in the floater to extend the lead to 9. And the Glutagence Glow Boosters need to answer here because the Taguig Lady Generals are slowly breaking this game apart. Hula, the jumper by Palmera D, still no good. And look at that, Figuracion battling for that loose ball. However, that won't result into a basket. Here's Kapilit. Over to Gunato. Gunato needs to get the ball across, and she won't. An 8-second backcourt violation for Gunato. So the ball will swing back to the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Here's Castillo. Oh, what a move from Castillo. Kate Castillo just baiting Batnag there. And we look at this move from Kate Castillo. She's taking that one huge leap. And you know, some internet bloggers call that the Pinoy step, when players take one huge leap forward. Our own variation of the so-called Euro step. Right now, the lead is down to 6. Here's Batnag, almost losing it. Batnag to Bacaro. But Batnag is called, will be called for a kickball. Batnag checks out. Fortaleza checks in for her. Carol Sanggalang also in. And here's Bacaro. Bacaro met by 2 white shirts. And Donato forcing it in. Fortaleza will be fouled. And big development here for the Glutagence Glow Boosters as Raisa Palmera D commits her 4th personal foul, and we're only in the 6:41 mark of the 3rd period. And Phil Kahinglet replacing Raisa Palmera D. Soram Alesa misses that first free throw. One of 2 for Fortaleza. And it's up to a 7-point lead once more for the Taguig Lady Generals. Here's Gula. Oh, outed. Look at that defensive stand there. And 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Here's Castillo. Castillo hands. Oh, still no good. Sanggalang underneath. Still no good. And Hortaleza gets the rebound. And will be fouled by Castillo. That battle for rebound, Hortaleza gets it. And Castillo won't let her off the hook, but she will be called for a personal. Here's Kapilit. Kapilit. Pilit contesting that he was tapped, but the referee says no. So a turnover is called. Let's see if it was in the from the looks of it, it looks like it hit her knee. So a backcourt violation, but they almost got it back. Hounding Kainglet. And they force a turnover. Duazo now. Forward pass. Kapilit. Back to Positos. So they will set it right back up. Here's Duazo. Attacks. Duazo. And the ball will stay with the Taguig Lady Generals. With 7 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Here's Hortaleza. Over to Kapilit. The fake. 5 seconds. Kapilit is blocked by Castillo. And 4.1 seconds remaining, but Figuracion may be cramping up. And she is cramping up, so another bad news for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Remember, they're already playing with Raisa Palmera D in foul trouble. So they need Figuracion more than ever. 4.1 on the shot clock, trying to beat it. Bacaro gets the offensive rebound and is fouled with 0.6 to go on the shot clock. So, not a good possession or defensive possession for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Bacaro continues to have a great game. Eight-point lead now. Make that a 9-point lead. 2 for 2 for Marichu Bacaro. And Bacaro now with 16 points in the game. And almost a steal there. And here come the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Gula forces it in. JP Gula just taking it herself. Trim the lead of the Taguig Lady Generals, just 9 points. Here's Bacaro. They go underneath to Positas, or Positos rather. Wild pass. Hortaleza, 4 seconds. Hortaleza over to Positos. Positos, he reaches out. Positos. They get the rebound. Bacaro once again. Bacaro with the fake. Bacaro in and out. And it's Castillo will get the board. Gula now. Looking to use that pick. Gula attacks. Gula once more. Wild shot from Gula. But Sangalang is underneath. Sangalang misses. And Sangalang will be called for a personal. As Hortaleza corrals that rebound. Tough miss for Sangalang. And maybe frustration, a bit of frustration creeping in for her. As she sends Gula, or rather Hortaleza, to the free throw line. First free throw won't go in for Erica Hortaleza, but she'll have another chance here. One of two for Hortaleza, and it's a 9-point lead for the Taguig Lady Generals. Gula looking to break the trap of Taguig. Tan. Almost a steal there, but Cancho recovers. Phil Kainglet now, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Phil Kainglet working on it. Kainglet is fouled And Kanglet will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Phil Kanglet now with 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. The first free throw won't go in. For 2 for Phil Kanglet, but a late violation will give her one more shot at the foul line. And this time, Kanglet won't let it go to waste. And here's Hortaleza. Right now, the Lady Generals will look to pad on this 8-point lead. Duazo over to Kapilit. Kapilit attacks Gula. Kapilit is hacked. And Lorraine Kapilit will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more free throws. Kapilit just she just took on the entire Glutagence Glow Boosters defense without fear. She may be the smallest player on the court right now, but she's one of the toughest, talking about Lorraine Kapilit. Though she missed her first free throw. Second free throw is good for Kapilit, and the Generals now will look to trap once more, but a leak out play on Castillo. Castillo loses it, and Hortaleza will recover. Here comes Ventura. Ventura over to Duazo. Jumper, that won't go in. Battle for the rebound is won by Kanglet. Kanglet now leading the attack. Kanglet doesn't have the numbers, but Kapilit hustling back and completing the steal. And on the counter is Ventura. 3-on-1. Ventura attacks, goes left, blocked by Castillo. Ventura maybe should have opted to just pass there because they had numbers. It was a 3-on-1 break. Nonetheless, good defensive play for Kate Castillo. Figuracion also checking back in. So it looks like she's better now after cramping up earlier. Positos now. And she turns the ball over. The ball will go to the Glutagence Glow Boosters. And here's Figuracion. Over to Ramos. Ramos hands it over to Figuracion. Figuracion looking to break Bacaro's defense. It's a 3-pointer. That won't go in. And the foul is called on Figuracion in that rebound battle with Ventura. So the third personal foul on Figuracion, and they are in the penalty situation. Ventura now will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. So we look at what happened in that play. Figuracion battling with Ventura on the rebound. And an official's timeout is called. Let's check on the ear of Hancho. And Batnag also checking in for Fortaleza. Ventura with a chance to give the Lady Generals their biggest lead of the game, and that she does by hitting her first free throw. It's a 10-point lead now for the Taguig Lady Generals. Make that 11. 2 for 2 for Ventura. Glutagence really has to be careful as Taguig slowly taking this game away. Asalapong over to Figuracion. Castillo. Swing it over. Garcia with the fake. Garcia attacks. The floater won't go. And the rebound by Batnag. Here's Ventura being pressured now. Ventura over to Bacaro. Well read by Castillo. Castillo takes it. No good. Figuracion on the offensive rebound. Still won't go. And sorry misses for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. And on the counter attack is Marichu Bacaro. Say goodbye. Easiest 2 points of her life. Here's Bacaro now hounding Ramos. And Bacaro forces the turnover. Great defense for Bacaro, doing it both ways. Marichu Bacaro first leaking out for the easy 2 points before forcing a turnover there from Camille Ramos. So Bacaro doing it all for the Lady Generals. We will be back after the break. We got a chance to talk to our Executive Vice President, Ms. Rose Montreal. She talked about the WNBL D-League. She said the WNBL would strengthen its presence by providing more platform for women ballers in the country by introducing her very own developmental league. So, exciting times are ahead for the D-League as we look at our bosses here, Executive Vice President, Ms. Rose Montreal, and of course, NBL Commissioner, Mr. Edward Aquino. Always on top of the action, week in and week out. We see those pair, the power pair, running the show here in the WNBL and the NBL. And on the court, this way lady, Marichu Bacaro, is running her own show. Right now with 18 points and 5 assists to her name. Although Gula will force a jump ball between her and Ventura. And let's see where this ball goes to. Battle for the loose ball. They dive. But the ball will go to the Glutagence Glow Boosters. You have to love the effort of these ladies. Just diving for that loose ball, not letting a possession go, and a steal there by Ventura. Ventura, 3-on-2. Ventura over to Bacaro. Unselfish play, but maybe a little too unselfish for Bacaro. Should have taken that shot there as Positos overshot it. But once again, they will look to trap. Kainglet over to Sanggalang. Sanggalang just throws it away. And the pressure may be creeping up on the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Phil Kainglet reminding Sanggalang to raise that ball high. You know, she's probably the tallest person in the court, so there will be no one reaching that ball anytime soon if she places it above her head. As Bacaro left wide open for 3. It has been her night. Marichu Bacaro, her third triple of the game. doing it all. Playmaking, defending, scoring. Marichu Bacaro extends the lead of the Lady Generals to 16 with a minute to go in the third period. And here they are right now, the Generals. And a foul is called on Gandala as Bacaro left wide open. How do you leave her wide open with the game she's having now? 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal off the bench. 57-41 lead for the Lady Generals. We will be back shortly. We look at the lady of the moment, Marichu Bacaro, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And she's done it off the bench. So, definitely a big game for Marichu Bacaro as Kainglet left wide open for 3. That won't go in. The rebound by Gandalo. And here's Ventura now. And she will calm things down. Hands it over to Positos. Over to Ventura. She's wide open. Ventura for 3. Misfires. Batnag gets the rebound. She spins over Gula. Gula, good hands. But she gives it over. Positos left wide open. Rattles out. Rebounds Sanggalang. And here comes Kainglet. Kainglet throws the ball away as Bacaro secures the steal. And Raisa Palmera D looks frustrated. Just walking the floor on the half court. It's a 4-on-5 now. Let's see if the Taguig Lady Generals will take advantage. Palmera D is going down on defense. Let's see if they will make it work. But the gamble may have worked for the Glutagence Glow Boosters as they forced a turnover. And they forced a foul on Positos. So now, with 1.6 remaining in the third quarter, Glutagence looking for one last shot to end this forgettable quarter, but they won't get it. And after 3 quarters of action, Marichu Bacaro has been all over the floor, making plays, hitting shots, forcing stops. That is why the Taguig Lady Generals are up 57-41 after 30 minutes of action here at the Cayetano Women's National Basketball League Tournament. We will be back shortly. Welcome back here at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center. It has been a frustrating night for the tournament's leading scorer in Raisa Palmera D, averaging 21.5 a game, limited to just 6 points after 3 quarters, and most importantly, they're trailing by 16, 57-41. There's a big third quarter for the Taguig Lady Generals, both offensively and defensively. Here comes Positos. Overshoots, overpasses. But Gandala in the right place and in the right time. And they go to Batnag. But they force the stop. Here's Palmera D. Gives it over to Salapong. Salapong over to Gula. Gula uses that pick from Sanggalang. Gula goes all the way. Gula gets the foul. And will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. The foul is on Lorraine Ventura. Shooting 2 is JP Gula, who has 2 points in the game. Lorraine Kapili checking back in. Also, Duazo is also checking back in for the Lady Generals. And 1 of 2 for Gula to trim the lead of the Lady Generals to just 15 points. Here's Kapilit. Over to Positos. Positos met by 3 white shirts. Kapilit swings it over. Bacaro underneath. Duazo. Here's Hortaleza now. 5 to shoot. Kapilit needs to take the shot. Kapilit loses the basketball. And a good defensive stand there by the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Here comes Palmera D. Forward pass to Gula. Gula look to attack. Gula hands it over. Sanggalang, no good. Sanggalang once more, still no good. And the rebound by Duazo. And she gives it to Positos, who will set things up. Positos over to Kapilit. Kapilit. She knows the time is on their side, so she's setting it up. Kapilit though is trapped. Gives it over. Bacaro, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They need a shot. Bacaro. But 24-second shot clock violation. Another defensive stop or another defensive gem there for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. But they need to complete it. Every time they get a stop, they need to convert it and not throw it away just like that. Missed chance for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Timeout is called for the Taguig Lady Generals. They're up by 15. We will be back shortly. Let's take a look at the tournament's leading scorer, Raisa Palmera D, who looked somewhat frustrated here as Bacaro just took that ball away from her and she just sort of walked off. But I'm sure she will get back. Only 6 points so far. As I've said, averaging nearly 22 a game as a three-pointer is in for Fiona Gonato, and the biggest lead of the game now for the Taguig Lady Generals at 18. And things are not looking well for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. It's a miss there for Ramos. Kapilit, they're trying to trap here, but Kapilit lets the ball go. And here's Positos now. Positos. Gonato. Throws the ball away, and here's Palmera D. They have numbers 3-on-1. Palmera D goes all the way, sidestep. Looking for a foul there, but no call. And they play on. Positos now bringing the ball down. Hands it over to Gonato. Gonato swings it over. Positos over to Duazo. Duazo, the fake, attacks. Duazo, no good. Gets the offensive rebound. Duazo kicks it out. Hortaleza, kapilit, wide open. Three-pointer, no good. And who gets the rebound? It's a jump ball between Positas and Hufanda. And Ramos gets the ball. Ramos, oh, wide open. Won't go in, and the rebound by Hortaleza. They battle for it. Positos gets the rebound, and here's Gonato. Fiona Gonato being trapped, looking for a friend, Positos. And now Hortaleza will count things down. They have 10 to work with. Gonato takes a 3-second three-pointer of the game for that won't go in. And here's Palmera D, met by that aggressive defense by Positos. And another turnover for the Glutagence Globe Boosters. And Lorraine Kapilit will say, let's relax for a bit. Hortaleza over to Gonato. Duazo, wide open, is fouled. That's good for Duazo. And she will have the chance to complete a three-point play. And Cancho caught ball watching there. Didn't see the flush of Duazo. And when she reacted, it was too late. And a three-point play completed for Duazo. It's now a 21-point lead for the Taguig Lady Generals, and they have just played masterful defense in the second half. And here's Palmera D now, looking to attack. Palmera D drops it over. Cancho underneath. That's good. And a good pass from Raisa Palmera D. You know, in the second half, they have only limited, Taguig has limited Glutagence to just 13 points in the second half so far. Their defense stepping up. But speaking of defense, look at that defense of the Glutagence Globe Boosters. But the presence of mind for Duazo to call the timeout. It is allowed after all. We're in the pros. Duazo, look at that. Getting that ball, securing possession, and just screaming timeout to the referee. They're up by 19. We will be back shortly. We look at the bench of the Glutagence Globe Boosters, and they're looking for answers in this game. It hasn't been a good night for Raisa Palmera D. She's been hounded by foul trouble, and she's missed her shots, but we all know she's a good player. She can pick it up anytime, and for Glutagence's sake, they can only hope that she picks it up right now. But on the other hand, we look at the Taguig Lady Generals, who has played masterfully in the second half. And here's Gonato, another three, no good. And the rebound by Kainglet. Palmera D hounded by Hortaleza. Palmera D now waiting for that pick. She uses that Cancho screen. Palmera D for three. That's good. And right on cue, as I've said, it was only a matter of time until Raisa Palmera D finds her groove. But now it's all an issue of time, of whether they have enough to stage a comeback here. They still trail by 16. And here's Bacaro. Bacaro over to Gonato. Gonato attacks, no good. Palmera D now. Palmera D leading the attack. Swinging it over. This is a miss there for Kate Castillo. So, sorry, miss. And here's Kapilit. And another turnover for Kapilit, and she's angry. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who tapped that ball. So that's a good call for the refs. And here's Castillo. Decides to take a three. That's good for Kate Castillo. So now, back-to-back three-pointers for the Glutagence Glow Boosters, and an 8-0 run, and they turn the ball over. Big three if it goes in, but that won't go in for Palmera D. And here's Bacaro now, looking to restore order for the Lady Generals. Duazo. Over to Kapilit. Kapilit for three. That's good! What a shot from Kapilit right in the face of Kate Castillo. And it stops the bleeding for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. That was a big shot from Kapilit. And here's Castillo. Sidestepping. No good. And the rebound by Duazo. Hands it over to Bacaro. And Bacaro now looking to restore order. Duazo. Oh, clear lane for Duazo, but not ready for that pass is Fiona Gonato. And look at this. Kapilit just hit that three right in front of Kate Castillo. No hesitation for the point guard. And here's Upaanda. To Raisa Palmera D. Inlet for three. No good. Palmera D the rebound. Palmera D cross the ball. Palmera D the jumper. Still no good. And the rebound for Duazo. And they would look to slow things down because time is their ally right now. Bacaro. Over to Duazo. Kapilit. Batnag, 5 seconds. Batnag forces it in. And going nowhere is Batnag, so the ball will swing back to the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Here's Palmera D now. 66-52 and 30 to go. And the foul is called. See what happened here. Timeout will be called by the Glutagence Glow Boosters. They're down by 16. We will be back shortly. Boosters are trailing by 16 with 2:31 to go, mainly because of Carlo Duazo came off the bench and almost a double-double for her, 12 and 9. So big contributions off the bench. And they almost force another turnover. Tan loses it and Bacaro gets the steal. Bacaro now, hounded by Figuracion. Over to Duazo. Duazo. Good fake by Felizarta. Good move and good passing between Duazo and Felizarta. Felizarta just patiently with the fake. And here's Palmera D now, looking to attack. Palmera D with the fake. Salapong. And they turn the ball over again. And it has been that kind of night for the lady or the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Just 19 points in the second half for them. And they've really dried up. Bacaro. Bacaro hands it over. Felizarta, power move. Felizarta will be called for a traveling violation. There's Ramos, 1 and 12. Garcia. Garcia looking to attack, kicks it out. The jumper, that won't go in, and the rebound by Felizarta with a minute to go in this game, but the ball will stay with the Glutagence Glow Boosters. They will be reviewing this. Let's see what happened. Oh, it really bounced off the foot of Felizarta. So the ball will stay. The Glow Boosters. Fanda checks in for Ancho. An inbound play won't go. Taguig Lady Generals will be cruising to a very impressive victory here over the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Here's Bacaro. 5 seconds. Bacaro underneath. Felizarta loses the basketball, and Felizarta is called for an offensive foul. She just rampaged through everyone right there. And tough night for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. Couldn't really get their offense going in the second half. As a foul will be called on Felizarta. And Nikki Garcia goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And even the free throws are not pouring in for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. It's just not their night, sadly. 1 of 2 for Nikki Garcia. 24 seconds remaining in the game clock. Glutagence will still trap in this possession. And here's Kapilit. And right now they're going to run the clock off. A very, very impressive victory for the Taguig Lady Generals. Their bench mob was at work. Their starters in Lorraine Capilit and, Duazo also going to work. But the lady of the night is no other than Marichu Bacaro, who scored probably 23 points off the bench. Big win for the Taguig Lady Generals, 68-51. We will be back with the best player of the game. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Cayetano WNBL season 2021, where the Taguig Lady Generals has scored a commanding 68-51 win over the Glutagence Glow Boosters, led by this lady, the WNBL Double B and Surge Fitness Best Player of the Game, Marichu Bacaro, who scored 21 points, had 6 rebounds, 4 assists off the bench. Marichu, congratulations with the victory and welcome to the panel. Marichu, maganda yung simula ng Glutagence, lumamang sila ng 8, pero the moment na pumasok kayo off the bench, nagbago yung takbo ng laro. Ano yung nangyari doon sa tingin mo?
Nung pumasok po kami, tinry po namin higpitan yung defense gaya ng instruction nila coach. Nagkaroon po kami ng teamwork, tsaka hindi po namin hinayaan na magkaroon ng easy shots yung kalaban.
Etong kalaban yung Glutagence, possibly malaking chance na kayo rin na magtatapat sa semifinal. So anong pakiramdam na nakabawi kayo sa kanila at nakuha nitong panalo na to?
Syempre po masaya po kami kasi isa lang naman po yung goal namin na manalo po. Kaya pinaghirapan po namin sa practice.
Ayun, sige Marichu, bibigyan na kita ng pagkakataon na bumate at magpasalamat sa mga taong sumusuporta sa inyo. Ito na, take the floor.
Okay, una po nagpapasalamat po kay Lord God sa binigay niya na talent and then sa opportunity po na para makapag-experience maglaro po sa WNBL. Binabati ko po yung family ko sa Bacolod and then yung sa Paranaque po and then sa QC. And then sa support po ni Denise. Thank you po. Sa lahat din po ng mga sumusuporta, tuloy po natin yung pagsuporta sa WNBL. Ako si Marichu Bacaro, WNBL, ang tunay na liga ng atlet ng Pilipinas.
And again, the WNBL Double B and Surge Fitness Best Player of the Game, Marichu Bacaro. Maraming salamat and congratulations, Marichu. As a big victory for the Taguig Lady Generals. We look at the highlights of this win for Taguig Lady Generals. Kate Castillo starting off red hot, but Lorraine Capilit, started finding her groove before Marichu Bacaro just totally took over in the second quarter. And in the second half, in the first quarter, they took an 18-17 lead. They started moving, and they started breaking the game wide open in the second quarter. mainly because of their bench plays, unselfish plays like that one, Bacaro to Felizarta. And, Glutagence never really had an answer for this team, the Taguig Lady Generals. They were unselfish, they were defending well, they took a 6-point lead at the half. In the second half though, it was all Taguig Lady Generals. Bacaro finding Duazo right there. Gula tried to make things work for the Glutagence Glow Boosters, but Marichu Bacaro just too much for the Taguig Lady or rather for the Glutagence Glow Boosters, as the Taguig Lady Generals just pounced them in and broke this game wide open, resulting into a cruising fourth quarter for this squad. You see there, Duazo, Kapilit hit a couple of three-pointers, and that was a big one because it came off back-to-back threes for the Glutagence Glow Boosters. And right there, Felizarta scoring, and after 40 minutes of action, the Lady Generals taking a 68-51 lead. But up next, it's time for the men's basketball action. NBL Pilipinas, Parañaque Aces taking on the Quezon Barons. We will be back shortly. Wag na wag kayong aalis.